58-34, the final score today at Philly Stadium, Senior Day here at Campbellsville, and head coach Perry Thomas, congratulations on this dominating victory.
Well, thank you. It was a great win for our guys. Got a little ugly at the end, but, it was really surprising the way we dominated a very good football team for most of the game. Started off a little tight, but then, I think at 14-14, it kind of took off for us. And I was really proud of our guys for stepping up their intensity after that loss last week.
Well, you spotted Cumberland the 7-0 lead. You had the ball inside the 10-yard line, a chance to score there in the first possession of the day today. You fall behind 7-0. Then, as you mentioned, it's 14-14. Next time we look up, it's 52-14.
Yeah, I thought defense started coming out, getting some stops, and not, limiting their ability to move the ball and move the sticks. And then offense kind of caught fire. You're getting that storm roll right there. It's gone against us before, and it's tough for a team to combat. And, they kind of just got caught up in that hurricane right there for a moment. And before you know it, like you said, it's 52-14. And at that point, now you're trying to figure out, all right, how we're going to get out of this game healthy and not give up stuff too. So, that's when it gets difficult against a good team.
22nd ranked Cumberland was coming in. Close losses on the road at Georgetown and at Columbia against Lindsey Wilson. You knew you were playing a really good football team. Your team's ranked 21st. But just a big day today all the way through for your offense and defense, I thought, against a team that is so good at mixing it up with the run and the pass.
Yeah, I thought that, they were as good as anybody in the league. When those top four, us, Cumberland, Lindsey, and Georgetown, I thought we were all about the same. And, they took Lindsey to the wire and fought with Georgetown early in the year. So we knew we'd have to battle, and I was really proud of our guys because, when they came out and they jumped up 7-0 and kind of was, in charge of things, it'd been easy for our guys to drop their heads after last week's loss because sometimes that loss can affect the next one. But, our guys stood up, showed some maturity and some leadership and competitive nature and fought back and, took control of the game. And then, at that point, it became no doubt that, we was going to win the game.
Campbellsville wins today over Cumberland at Philly Stadium, 58-34. Hunter Brown, 6 touchdown passes, Coach.
Yeah, tremendous football player. People look at the big plays that Hunter makes, but, I was telling Rick Garris, our offense coordinator on sideline, I think Hunter threw a pass. It was a short touchdown to Kiana down here going into the scoreboard end. And I told him that's the difference between him and a lot of quarterbacks is his management of the game. A lot of guys can make those big throws, but what Hunter does is he can make those throws, but he also manages the offense. And, we get in that situation and nobody was open. He waited patiently, found Kiana, kind of dumped the ball in there for a touchdown. And, he's an All-American. What can you say?
33-51, 528 yards, the 6 touchdowns. Keanu Young caught 3 of those today.
Yeah, Keanu, another big game for him. He's had a great season, no doubt. First team all-conference type season for him. And, I think our offense, we got to spread the ball around a little bit today. It was great to see Jordan Brown break that jet for us for a touchdown. He's going to be one of the phenomenal guys here in the next, couple of years. His speed is tremendous and his skill. So it's good to see him have some breakouts lately. And, all the guys got to touch the football, so it was a great game for us.
Defensively, your team was so steady today, falling behind 7-0, giving up 7 more points. But for the most part, I thought your defense just totally dominated.
Yeah, I did too. Till the fourth quarter, we gave up a couple of big passes, and that's part of their schemes. And then part of that was our relaxing and just getting out of position. But I thought we also, played a dominating performance once we got going defensively. The big thing for them is we have to stop that run because they're so strong. And if you remember last year, they just pounded us in that box, and we struggled stopping that run. And at that point, we couldn't stop anything. So, our guys, I thought we stuffed their run pretty good today. I think it's the first time this year they've been held under 100 yards rushing, and we forced them to throw the ball. And, they caught some big ones in that fourth quarter, but that's fine. The game's kind of out of hand right there. But I thought defensively we've played really good this year on defense.
Well, this was a team that was averaging way beyond 200 yards a game rushing.
Yeah, they're strong. They got experienced offensive line, multiple backs that are really good, and then a quarterback that's a dandy. He's really good. So I thought our guys stepped to the challenge, and went there and sealed that thing off and said, let's battle, and and we came out with the victory up there.
Well, you did, and I thought you did a nice job controlling Desmond Huntley. He's the team's leading rusher for Cumberland, plus he's the quarterback.
Yeah, he's a football player. There's no doubt about it. A lot of guys would like to have him. Runs the ball really well, throws the ball really well, very elusive, and early in the game, he caught us on a couple of quarterback leads where we just missed tackles. But, once we stopped dropping in and just put those linebackers on him, then we was able to control him, and we start hitting on him some, and he started getting a little gimpy, and that helped us.
Hey, Coach Barry Thomas joins us. 58-34, the final today at Finley Stadium as Campbellsville wins over Cumberland. Coach, we turned the page from Senior Day. Let's touch on that just a moment before we jump ahead here. You're losing 13 fine young men here on the last game at home here today for those fellas.
Yeah, these guys have had 3 of their 4 years have been winning seasons. So far, 2 of them been conference championships, with the possibility of another one. Depending on what happens next week at Lindsay. So very proud of these guys. They've stabilized this program and made it a special place, and they're linked in that long lineage of Tiger football players that have a great deal of pride in Campbellsville University.
Playing in the 30th season of Campbellsville football.
Yes, no doubt about it. And they're a special group, and we're certainly going to miss them.
Okay, for the second time in 3 weeks, you're going to be taking on a top 10 team that's undefeated next Saturday at Columbia against Lindsey Wilson.
Yeah, and we're excited to go play. It's a rivalry. We're 15 minutes apart, and they're a high-ranked team, and we've done well also. So it should be a good battle, an undefeated team against a one-loss team. Our one loss coming in double overtime, and that's providing they win today. And at stake, if they win today, at stake is co-champions. We get that win, then you have co-champions. So, we're right there in this hunt, fighting for our lives. And the big deal for us is trying to get that playoff. So we're going to go down there ready to go and battle. They're going to be ready to play, and should be an exciting day of football.
Well, except for being undefeated today, you couldn't probably ask for a lot more heading into next Saturday's game, would you think?
Oh, no doubt. And, it's a great turnaround from last year. We dropped off 2-8, and we're sitting here 7-1 with one double overtime loss against a top-ranked team. And we're going to face one of the top 5 teams in the country next week, competing for a conference championship. And, that's a great place to be. So we're excited about it. And, I'm sure this community is going to be excited. Theirs is going to be excited. It should be a packed house over there.
Coach, we'll look forward to it, and we'll let you enjoy this victory for just a little while.
Thank you, sir.